Candles up in heaven, show your light so strange. God, my little dog. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Final Fantasy VIII. That's not really the song. Hey, folks, I'm Serious GG. Welcome back. The red 2 hours and 34 minutes means that we have 2 hours and 34 minutes before we all die. Ah! No, actually, it's because... and this is... I blame triple time speed, power grinding individually to get characters level 100 for this. So I don't want you to feel like I've literally actually spent 100 plus hours on this. But, yeah, that means that we've gone over 99 hours and 99 seconds, or however that actually counts. I don't know for sure that, like, 98.45 above. Well, let's see, do we have anything where that second number is, after the colon, is over 60? We do not. So it probably is minutes. So yeah, that means we've been playing the game for 102 hours and 34 minutes. And by we, I mean me, and by me, I mean... I don't think that number is actually accurate, but I'm sure I've been putting a fuckload of time in because, you know, sometimes I just feel like grinding off screen and fighting enemies while watching something else. And I wouldn't say I'm notorious because I don't think it's something that other people spend a lot of time thinking about, but I do have a tendency to... like, enjoy watching things but not paying 100% attention to them while grinding on video games. Speaking of watching things, as I continue to just babble on instead of getting going, I just got done watching Hamilton on Disney Plus, because I broke down and got Disney Plus because a bunch of movies I had riff tracks for, namely the Star Wars movies and some of their Marvel stuff, that was on Disney Plus. I hate the idea of Disney Plus. I hate the idea of giving Disney more of our money because they already, like... own 85% of our culture. It's kind of scary in one way. Like when they bought the Muppets, I was like, what? But yeah, babbling. No, Hamilton was like, it was an interesting rabbit hole I went down with Hamilton, because after I watched Hamilton, I read a Wikipedia article about Aaron Burr, and then found out that Aaron Burr was a early, American feminist, for all of his other faults, and there were plenty of them. He was a feminist and had a picture of Mary Wollstonecraft on his mantle. And then I ended up going down an article about Mary Wollstonecraft, which led me to reading an article about Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley, which of course reminded me that she wrote Frankenstein, which made me go to the Edgar Winters group. And I ended up watching a YouTube video. I don't remember the guy's name. Just some African-American dude. A react video to a live performance of Frankenstein. And like, JG, why do you mention he's African American? That's like some weird thing. I mention it because it's weird to me because Edgar Winter is like the palest dude ever. So it's just kind of funny to watch. Not whitest, indeed, like, he eats crackers and cheddar cheese and enjoys I don't know what, like, the whitest music or whatever. No, just because the guy literally is, like, super white. He's like an albino. So it was kind of funny watching this black guy who was really into it. Like, he was enjoying the hell out of Frankenstein, as anyone with any taste would. But it was kind of funny because, like, Edgar Winter is the whitest person ever. Yeah, so there you go. So the Hamilton musical brought me to a react video. Normally I hate react videos. Like the whole idea of, why do I care what some random YouTube asshole thinks of whatever this thing is? But like one of the most enjoyable react videos ever, some black guy listening to Frankenstein, and then after the video's over, after Frankenstein's over, he just looks at the cameras like, basically just says, that was fucking awesome, dude. That was basically the video. 4 minutes in, nothing accomplished. Alright. There has been a little bit of off-screening just because I hit a point where, just had a couple of minutes where I wasn't really in a position to record, but I was like just killing time. So I kind of ran around and fought rando enemies here. One thing I did do is I went back and, can't remember if I showed this on screen or not, I did finally get access to that shop. Cheryl's shop is never open, but I got access to the second weapon shop, which is just referred to in this as Esther's shop. Oh, and from reading the comments, apparently I've been saying Centra Continent, and it's apparently clearly labeled Cetra Continent, and, what the hell, you're probably right. What do I know?
A little bit of checking, like a little bit of just looking at the Final Fantasy wiki to see, hey, is there like, should I have access to the ultimate weapons by now? And for a few of them I could if I was really paying more attention. But unfortunately, we can't actually get back. At this point in the story, we have no way to get back to any... Like, we're stuck in this area until we advance the story quite a bit. We can't get back to Pho or any of these other places. I can't go fight, like... Oh, yeah, I could have been fighting Red Dragon. Although, actually, I don't know that we can get access to Red Dragons consistently. That's one of the enemies I will probably need to just fight off-screen until we've got a bunch of their item drops. Blue Dragons as well. There's a couple of item drops we need to get everybody's ultimate Woppets. And have a one-stop Woppet Shop it. Also, I think I can get... There's only a very few spells left that we don't already have. Ultimately, I'll need to get rid of... I'll need to get rid of a couple of spells. Because what we don't have, she might have... Is she the one who has a little bit of Ultima? She does. So we really need to get rid of 2 more spells, because we need room for Holy and Aura, which we don't have yet. Holy and Aura, both of which I think we'll be able to refine better through, like, the GF abilities than we will be able to actually just draw them from anything. And Ultima, because we have less than a full stock of Ultima on one character. But eventually, if we want to have, like, all 3 primary party members fully stocked on the best magics, I got to figure out 2 things to dump off of what Selphie has. Less of an issue. You've got, yeah, so you've got a little Holy, so you're at the same place. You also have less than a full stock, but it's one of the spells that we got to make room for. And you appear to have... Yeah, you actually have enough room. Maybe I'm doing the math wrong in my head. Maybe I'm being a dummy. Aura and Holy. No, but Ultima. He needs Ultima. So yeah, we got to figure out, I guess, 1 spell to get rid of. Because he needs room for 2 more. She needs room for 2 more. She needs room for Holy and Aura. He needs room for Ultima and Aura. And Irvine needs room for Holy, Ultima, and Aura. So I got to figure out one of these spells that we're just not using. Slow will probably end up going. Because if I get hit with slow, it's not that big a deal. It's annoying. Oh, actually, scan would be the smart one to get rid of, but I do like to scan stuff periodically. Silence, maybe? I got rid of blind. Whatever. I don't need to figure it out now. But, yeah, my minor bit of off-screening basically was just... We got all the skills for Alexander. We'd already learned the ones that were important. And we picked up some skills for our new friend Doomtrain, including Forbidden Medicine refinement, which on its own doesn't do that much for us. It, in conjunction with Forbidden Magic, will eventually enable us to... Actually, Forbidden Medicine, I think, if I really, really, really cared about it, that would be one of the things you need to, like, completely max out your characters by grinding for items, refining them into other items, and eventually pulling the string until you've refined permanent stat booster increases. So now we can kind of do that, but I don't know that I'm going to bother to do that. And why am I still talking? Well, I'm kind of putting off the next thing, because the next thing we have to do is one of the silliest stretches of story in the game. But it's time. So let's move on. I love this game, but it's a weird kind of love. This is a highly flawed game. Going off on another tangent, I remember, to the extent that there was, like, internet geeks talking about Final Fantasy games back when this was new, nobody seemed to think this was as good as Final Fantasy VII. I've heard people say since it's now more fondly regarded. Like, Final Fantasy VII was so highly regarded by geeks for so long that now there's, like, a backlash against it, that it was the most overrated game of all time, which there's a case to be made, I'm sure. But I remember thinking Final Fantasy VIII was the forgotten, unloved child of the series, and I always loved it. I love the characters. The story, not quite as much, and this is where the story, to me, really just goes nuts. Welcome to Lunar Gate. You will never see yourself alive again. Welcome to Lunar Gate. You will never see yourself alive again. Can't even play cards. That's just... You're a non-character if you not only don't have any kind of dialogue beyond identifying where we are, but you also can't play cards. Oh, now Lunar Gate is speaking to us. We've been expecting you. This way, please. Lunar Gate being that girl in the skirt. Whoa. Oh, Angelo wants to alert us to something. It's gonna be okay. I'll take care of her, Noah, if you know what I mean. You guys invented doggy style, right? Sorry. Is he not coming with us? Lead the way, please. I assume Angelo is supposed to be male. Are you the ones taking off? Yes. Wait, we are? Was I, like, quipping and being stupid and talking over something where it was explained that we were going to go to the moon? Okay, this way. That's how space travel works, folks. You just walk in and people ask you, "Oh, are you going to the moon?" And if you say yes, I'm like, "Cool, let's do this thing." No other work is necessary. Distance-wise, it's pretty far, but you'll be there in no time. You'll be there by the time you wake up. Where are we going? Wait, I thought you knew. Bada bing, bada boom, to the moon. Let me give you a quick explanation about the whole process. I don't think we're actually going to the moon, but it is called Lunar Gate, and it appears to be some kind of space station. First, we need you to enter the capsule inside this pipe. Here you'll undergo the cold sleep process. I don't know why my voice has changed. Let's change it back. Once this process is complete, your capsule will automatically be loaded into the booster. After that, we launch. You should be there by the time you wake up. Leave the rest to the staff once you get there. Well, that's about it in a nutshell. I won't say there isn't any risk involved. What do you want to do? Space, let me think about it. I'll do whatever it takes. We'll do whatever it takes, folks. We gotta rescue Renoa. She's pretty. Let's do it. Yeah, that's right. That's why, oh, God. I had a clever literary reference and I can't remember his name. Tom Wolfe. Tom Wolfe's famous novel about space travel. Let's do it. Okay, you need to decide who you're taking. The girl in blue has already undergone cold sleep and it's been loaded in. There's room for one more. Dot, dot, dot. In the meantime, something must be done to suppress my powers. Well, you think it would be dangerous for the sorceress to take control of you while you're on a spaceship? I suppose it could be. That's not something I spend a lot of time thinking about on a daily basis. What would happen if an astronaut was taken over by an evil sorceress? But it'd be dangerous for Matron to be alone. Then let me be your escort. Come on, Squaw, what do you say? I've always wanted to be a high-class escort. Not too sure about that. Trust Zell. Well, I trust Zell to the extent that he's saying he doesn't want to go to space and I don't want to take him with me, so sure. Okay, I'll leave it in Zell's hands. After all, you took such great care of Renoa when I sent you, Kaitis, and Renoa off during the garden crash incident. Oh yeah! Kool-Aid Man. I'll do whatever it takes to watch over you. Don't worry about a thing. Oh, great. Squall, don't worry about us. I wasn't planning to. Matron is a sorceress, don't forget that. Okay, let me decide who's going. So, we get to decide one person to bring with us to space, and it can't be Zell, and it can't be Idea. So the question is, essentially the question is, who will have the most amusing dialogue in space? It won't be Kaitis. It really just comes down to, who do you think will be funnier having space, Goofy Girl or Cowboy Man? I guess I'll go with Goofy Girl. I'm sure Cowboy Man would have his moments. But sadly, we have to make one choice. And not that I recall any of the dialogue, but there's little doubt in my mind that I've probably played this game twice over the years. Maybe 3 times, not counting this. I'm positive that every single time I've probably chosen to bring Selfie to outer space with me. As far as junctioning goes, I don't think it's going to matter for a bit. And I have a sense I'm going to need... The people who do not go are going to be in combat before the people who do go. But just to have, like, the teams consistent, we'll have the space team all junctioned up right now. And whenever the plot makes these guys fight, we will hopefully be given an opportunity to make them ready. Is your staff ready? I mean, is this your party? That's right, it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. Okay then, those who are going, get in. But those are who are going.
I'm going to get in without a word, because that's totally in character for me to just casually walk in without saying something goofy first.
Do it up, Squall. And when I say do it up, I do, of course, refer to selfie.
Don't worry about us. I'll make sure they die in their sleeps.
In their sleeps? Make sure they die in their sleeps. You know, when more than one person is sleeping, you have to use the plural, which is sleeps. Oh, JG, you're the best LPer ever. Leave it to me, Squall.
Everything will work out, Squall, even though you just took a known incompetent to space with you.
Get in this frickin' spaceship! I don't get paid by the hour. I'm not Zartan.
Zartan is paid by the hour.
All capsules are in place. Conditions inside the capsules are normal. Oh, they're capsule mount. Is it like... They're capsule... Like Pillmans. They're stuck in the wall. That's a reference for Zerfall, so somebody tell him I made it because he's not watching the series. Boosters on standby. All systems normal. Maybe if more of these characters were from Australia. Now, we're going to space. We might meet space Australians. Launch error correction, +2. Orbital correction, -1. Correction is complete. Go! Clear. Clear. I remember being surprised at the time, in the first playthrough, that, oh wow, they're going to include space travel? That seems goofy and crazy, and not at all in line with Final Fantasy, and not only did I then remember that several other Final Fantasy games have gone to space, but that this whole game has featured, like, colleges that also serve as airships. Oh, what the hell? There's no floor beneath us! Ah! Oh, cool. Being shot out of Fortune's railgun. So, I don't know what we're going to hit, but it's not going to be Raiden. Man, I hope everything goes well. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that girl down there. Oh, man, I hope everything goes well, Angelo. Angelo, you're the one who treats me like an equal.
I think they'll be alright. After all, they're just untrained people being sent to space.
I think they're in good hands. And by they, I mean Selfie's breasts, and by... Sorry.
Let's play for this self-return. Let's pray for a healthy battle. Okay, shall we go?
That's right, Hidea is the narrator of World Heroes 2. Was that? No, I think it's the original World Heroes that featured... Jeez, what's up with her? Stop! What the... What do you mean her? I thought it was a boy. Or did I just misread it? Well, I'm just gonna hope that they don't suddenly throw us into combat, and that if they do, even unjunctioned Zell will hopefully be strong enough to flee from battle before we die.
You must have authorization to enter this area.
Are you kidding me? You just got done sending half of my party to space without even asking us who we were.
You must have authorization to play cards with me.
Because of course I tried to see if she would play cards. Whoa! Let's go outside. Let's go get killed by whatever this catastrophe is. What was that? Something that prevents me from playing cards with you? Oh, good. The Eye of Sauron is coming over. Okay. So there's an office block. What the hell is that? It's humongous.
I think the squirrel is over there.
That means what's his face? Dr. Squirrel might be in trouble. For the squirrel joke, please see my Let's Play of Breath of Fire 2. Just watch an entire Breath of Fire Let's Play just to see why I keep saying squirrel. It's totally worth it. Zell, we'd better head for Squirrel at once. Dr. Squirrel might know what's going on. Why am I in charge again? I mean, alright, who's coming with us? I mean, why have I become Irvine? Alright. I can't get rid of her? Okay, can't get rid of her. So... I feel bad for Kaida. I like Kaida as a character, except that she just doesn't... The dialogue she had isn't as goofy, so I don't tend to bring her along, because I want to see the goofiest character dialogue possible, but she's actually a perfectly fine character. But that being said, Irvine's the one who actually remembered and gave a rat's ass about Idea, so let's have him be part of the adventure. Now again, in the assumption that they will actually be fighting first. Oh, cool. We might actually get to see some superpower action out of Idea, since she's now in critical health condition. I have nothing to say to you. You dared not bring me along this adventure. Are we allowed to steal this car? No, but I can sit in it. What is this, anyway? I did not bother to open the FAQ I've been using, which I probably should have done just to be aware of if I'm missing any... Yeah, that's right. He's a kung fu hippie from Gangsta City. Look at him punching away. He's awesome. Well, it might be worth going to the Lunatic Pandora Laboratory on the... And since it's on the way, we might as well check. I believe where we're supposed to go next is back to Estar. But it couldn't hurt anything to stop by the Lunatic Pandora Laboratory since it's already on the way. I will shut off random encounters just to save us some time. Because I discovered, and I didn't bother to mention this, you mostly fight really weak enemies, but there is a chance to encounter Marlboros out here, which is fine. We're ready for them, but it's kind of a lengthy battle, and I'm trying to actually get some progress going. You guys have seen me fight a Marlboro once. That's probably sufficient. Although I think I'm not sure why that one time I tried using Remedy and it didn't work. I'm not sure why it didn't work, but I'm pretty sure I eventually discovered that the thing I was doing where I would use holy water to get rid of zombie first before using a remedy, I'm pretty sure that wasn't actually necessary. That big hunk of rock was here. I miss it now that it's gone. It's so barren here now. Alright, whatever, you guys. Oh, good, we found the full force of death. I guess I'll save here in case I screw something up on the way to, Estar, so we don't have to go through... We don't have to go through the, Oh no, I saved over the desert save. We won't have to go through the, various decision points in the, Space Center again. So... Maybe I was wrong and there's no reason to be here. Don't think it really hurts anything, though. Yeah, so this was kind of a wasted trip, but it was on the way. It's not like we spent a lot of time coming here by mistake. It takes forever to figure out where you're going in Estar anyway. Estar City, USA. Well, the level is going up now. I'm not sure why. Music suggests that shit's getting real. You know what I should be actually doing with my junctions now that I think about it? I believe I've been hold on. I believe I've been junctioning yeah, I shouldn't have done that. This screwed this all up. So I want to get rid of stop Sleep, Berserk, and Confuse are the main ones. If I wasn't... Well, what does pain actually cause? Poison, silence, blind. It doesn't cause sleep. Okay. I could slide pain into one of these slots. Get rid of, like, stop. Because, again, I'm not 100% sure if the... Because what I really should be putting up here, now that I think about it, is death. Because anything that's since I'm no longer worried about winning battles too quickly. Now, the only thing is if I come up against a Marlboro, I might find out, oh, never mind, I got confused. In fact... oh, break was another one to think about. But it might turn out, oh yeah, actually, it does inflict stop, so you really shouldn't have done that. In which case, oops. Confuse, Berserk, Sleep, Pain, and then so when they come out of getting hit with it, they'll have like the slow petrification thing going, but we should have time to get rid of it. Yeah, but like bosses are going to be immune to death, and pretty much anything else. Unless I'm specifically trying to mug it for an item, there's no reason not to try and just kill it with death. Kill it with death. Let's start with the Presidential Palace. I'm not exactly sure where we're supposed to be going right now. Or even, the music suggests that this is the place we're supposed to be. So we're backing up the truck and we'll go to Beverly. Sorry, get a little water there. You got something to say, buddy? What are you standing there for? Yeah, this does not appear to be a way to talk to this guy. Something's definitely wrong. What in Sam Hill is going on? Sam Hill? You are familiar with that expression? If I could figure out what was going on, I'd act before 9 guards could gun a minnow. I don't think I even said that expression correctly. So. Alright, I get confused about what's the presidential... This is the Presidential Palace, even though Odine was hanging out here when we met him. And Odine's laboratory is someplace separate, where Odine... So I just have to I have to wrap my head around the fact that the first time we meet Odine as the actual party and not flashbacks of Laguna, he's at the Presidential Palace. Just because the place isn't named for him and there's another place that is, doesn't mean that this place is the place it's named for him. If that makes sense. Well, the guards seem to be gone. So at some point, Renoa got removed from that comfy-looking leather couch and put on a spaceship. Starting to think we were supposed to go to Odine's laboratory. Entry not permitted. Entry not permitted. Entry not permitted. I'm bored, want to play cards. Trade rule all. So the main thing is that you can't see the opponent's cards. Oh, Marlboro card is worth grabbing. Yeah, I just had to really hope they didn't have anything that could flip that.
So there you go. Nothing real special here, but worth winning, I suppose. And we gave that guy a brief respite from his boring guard duty by taking away what are presumably his best cards. Alright, I'm going to call it a video here. When we come back next time, more of us trying to figure out where we're supposed to go next. I guess I'll take a second between videos to open up the FAQ. I'm not claiming to play this blind. I've played it before, just in case there's cool stuff we're missing. And catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.